Sunday Brunch. Sunday Brunch.
Hi. Welcome to Sunday. Welcome back to Sunday Brunch.
We didn't say this last time.
Pour yourself a mimosa and brunch along with us. I'm Mercedes.
And I'm Justin.
We're back in Boston. Whoa.
In Boston.
Not in Boston. We're in Brooklyn.
Mm.
We haven't
consistently podcasted
yeah.
in a while.
This is big
this is
for
the
us.
Most consistent we've been in years, actually.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
This is an episode full of many a things.
Mm-hmm.
Pride. A submarine accident.
Hail,
yes,
rocks.
hail.
You've been in New York for a while now.
I've been in New York 3 weeks. 3 weeks now. What a city!
Wow,
what a city!
I agree.
Yeah. Well, let's start with Pride. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride. Amazing. Great. I think if there's any city to experience Pride, it's probably New York City. You know what I mean?
Probably, yeah. Or San Francisco.
Oh, yes.
I've heard some things from John about visiting San Francisco. He says it's sketchy, but I don't know. I haven't been. Who knows? Anyway.
Funny story about San Francisco, because
Yes.
she's never going to see this.
Okay.
Lily.
Yeah?
You know Lily.
Your roommate.
My
Lily.
roommate Lily.
Okay.
She goes, my uncle lives in San Francisco, and he doesn't have any kids, and I don't remember why.
Is this Kurt's brother or Karen's brother?
Lily's uncle?
Lily's uncle. I thought you said your uncle.
No.
Okay. Her uncle. Okay.
No, but Lily says, and I quote, my uncle lives in San Francisco and he doesn't have any kids. And my brain automatically was like, gay uncle, got it. Why else would you live in San Francisco? And then years into our friendship, she goes, recently, she's like, no, he has a wife.
Wow.
So that was on me for assuming. You know what they say about assuming. Anyways, let's move on. But yeah, Pride.
Wow.
Pride. Do you feel particularly prideful this time of year?
Not more than usual.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I don't feel different in June. I think it's fun. I think it's kind of when companies change their logos, I'm like, do you actually care? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm like, But I think it's fun. I think there's a lot of meaning behind it. But yeah.
Yeah.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride. Now on to some other pressing news. The submersible Titan.
Submersible.
Oh my God. I feel like everybody and their mom was talking about this.
Yeah.
Let's backtrack. I was one of those people where I heard about it and was like instantly like, oh my God, like this is crazy. Because first of all, the whole concept, I am a person who does not like the ocean. I don't like being in water. Like, so the concept of being in a submarine literally makes me want to throw up. Like, when I go to Disneyland, I like refuse to go on like the submarine, like Finding Nemo ride. Cause it like, it's claustrophobic. Oh my God, horrible. And when this happened and they were like, they've gone missing, I was like, there's no way they're still alive. There's no way. And, you know, as morbid as it was, I was like looking up every couple of hours, like how much more oxygen do they have? So.
Didn't a news channel make like a countdown?
Yeah, that's so fucked up. Yeah. But like, I don't know. It was just like, why would you put yourself in that situation? But there's a few things we can talk about this. One, the 19-year-old who was on the ship or the sub was only there because his father was there as well. And he was only there because he wanted to, it was like a Father's Day present and he agreed to go with his father because it would make him happy. And allegedly the teen was terrified and like didn't want to go on it, which is tragic. Like that's horrible.
Yeah.
And then there was also, I think, one of those tweets that said like the reason so many people are talking about this and making fun of it is because it's not a situation that an average person will ever have to be in. And I agree with that. Like, I don't ever have to like worry that like my father is going to go in a submarine and die. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I can't even comprehend, you know? It's so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's controlled with a PlayStation.
Oh my God,
which
the
is
PlayStation
weird. I don't know.
controller.
I just think I wouldn't spend that much money if it was not like that not official. Like it wasn't like a real.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was like not a real company. Like I know they were like that was their shtick. Is they're like, we're a submarine tourism company, but I'm like, if I'm gonna pay money to go in a submarine, I want it to be like official submarines. I don't know.
It just seemed like they weren't prepared for anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everything I learned about this submarine was like a horrendous concept. Well, the fact that like, first of all, it's just kind of a metal tube. Terrible. They have no GPS, which makes sense because GPS doesn't really work underwater at that depth. But the fact that they were like relying on like cell phone messages is crazy. Also, just the whole PS1 controller thing. I was just like, are you guys fucking serious?
And I think the thrusters or like something that like controlled the movement was just made out of PVC pipe from Home Depot. And I'm like,
Mood.
Yeah.
Well, and I watched a video last night that was like, initially I think what made them so popular and why these billionaires were like, we're gonna, do this is because apparently they started putting up like partnerships and like that would make them more like trustworthy. You know what I mean? Reputable is the word I was looking for. So they were like, we have a partnership with NASA. We have a partnership with like this, and this. And then slowly as this started happening, all these people came out and they were like, we definitely don't have a partnership with them. We don't know where this is coming from. Or like NASA was like, we were talking to them, blah, 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 but we didn't design this. We didn't like condone this. Like Ocean Gate had like a partnership with, it's probably the wrong university. Maybe University of Washington. A university. Their physics program, because what they would do is like the students would help design the certain submersibles, and this was a while ago, and like they would test them out, but not at the depth of where they were, and this was mainly just like a scientific endeavor type of thing. But they had nothing to do with this one specifically. So, well, and apparently maybe he was an engineer. An engineer came forward before all of this happened and was like, this is not safe. Something's going to happen. You're going to kill people. And he was fired because he said that. I think that there's almost like a poetic irony is maybe not the right concept, but like, tragic irony. Yeah, the fact that the CEO was in it and died along with it. Like, I don't know. I also think like, this concept of implosion is crazy. Like somebody described it that it like the pressure made the water around them flash boil to the like temperature of the surface of the sun, and basically like their brain, it was like a millisecond of like suddenly they were like there's no way to recover the bodies because there's no bodies. They were like totally ripped to shreds, and like their brains probably couldn't even comprehend what was going on, so they died like instantaneously and painless, which is maybe
probably better than suffocating.
Oh my God, yeah. Horrible. I know, because we all were like, oh no, the oxygen's ran out. They're down there. Like, no, they died. And they died an hour and 45 minutes in. And that's crazy to think about.
Well, I mean, I never knew submarines could explode, and now I do. Knowledge to be gained.
Sounds horrible. Like
not the best. No.
Yeah. Well, and it's also like, I don't know, the memes that came out of it were pretty good. There was this one that was like, I'm sorry, Megan John, but there was this one that was like the banging that they keep hearing is because they're fucking, because there's nothing else for them to do. Cut that.
Oh my God.
No, the memes were like good. And again, people were like, oh, this is so insensitive. And it's like, again, like this is a crazy concept. This idea that you're just like, I'm going to go to the Titanic. Why?
Yeah.
At one point, somebody was like, when we didn't know what had happened yet, they were like, maybe they got stuck in the Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why would they go inside?
Mm-hmm.
It's also just like, apparently they were told not to eat or drink much before the expedition, so they wouldn't have to use the restroom as much. So all they had on them was a sandwich and a bottle of water each.
Mm-hmm.
So it was one of those things where, like, even if they were just like trapped down there waiting to die, they just all had a single sandwich with them. Making me cough. Cough break. Yeah, I don't know. It just like, it really like had my attention. We were like doing our group project in my program, and there'd be like a silence, and I'd be like, so how about that submarine, guys? Crazy, right?
So
you know, it's like all anybody was talking about.
Yeah, is that our friend, a friend's studio that day, and we were just standing by the door talking, and one of the interns goes, did you guys see what happened to the submarine? So yeah, it was weird that it was so prominent in the news, but I guess, I don't know, people love a freak story. Because I saw Obama was like, why are we talking about this and not the ship of 700 refugees that sank?
That's what we were talking about. Yeah, like we were like, damn, like nobody knew anything about this. I also, same concept, like I feel like we went in and we were like, oh God, the submarine is crazy. And it like completely dominated the news cycle. And then they were like, they're dead. And we're like, okay, moving on. And I came out of it and they were like, Russian coup happening. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, no, what is going on? Like, somebody said like, it's funny to see like history just moving so rapidly. And I was like, yeah, I feel like this year specifically, things have just been like crazy. Or the past like 5 years, I feel like have been just nuts.
I feel like as soon as 2020 hit, everyone's like, woo, let's
went
go.
Crazy. Well, very sad.
Yeah.
But it's over now. At least we have like some closure.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my God, actually, I'm not done with this yet.
Okay.
The CEO's wife, maybe? I don't know if they're still married. Either wife or ex-wife is the great-great-great-grandchild of Titanic, people who died on the Titanic. And so is King Princess. Same people, singer? Related to the same people somehow.
I
so
like
they're
King
like cousins.
Princess.
Yeah. Anyways.
This band, Boyish. Do you know Boyish, the band? I know their drummer, and they just released a song with King Princess.
Wow.
I don't know if he's like their official drummer, if he just helped, but like I've met him. Maybe
they played it in the submarine.
Maybe they played it in the submarine.
Maybe.
Perhaps. I don't know if there's connection down
Somebody
there.
brought an iPod down there.
Anyways,
moving on.
All right.
We were also going to talk about
the Red Rocks.
Yeah, the Red Rocks thing. Another Mother Nature's not happy with us.
No.
Red Rocks, our local venue. It was a Louis Tomlinson concert, I think. Was. And it was a crazy not golf ball, somebody said baseball sized hail, and that's crazy. And it's obviously an outdoor arena. So not great. He didn't play. My mom, like the day it happened, my mom sent me like a link to an article that was like Louis Tomlinson at Red Rocks. And I was like, I didn't read it, but I was like, oh, that's cool. I wonder if anybody I know went, just because I was like in class. I wasn't going to read the article at that moment. And she goes, read the article. He didn't go on. Hailstorm. It's like, Jesus. But little do the people know, we've been through like a crazy hailstorm before in Colorado. A few years ago, like our sophomore year of high school, there was a crazy hailstorm that like destroyed my car. Do you remember that?
I think, yeah, I remember that. I think that might have been, I don't know if this is the same time. One time Meg and I were driving back from Golden, and she could see like a green cloud coming, and she's like, that seems weird. I'm going to turn around and drive not towards it.
Yeah.
So what we did is we parked in the like parking garage for the light rail there and just waited till it stopped hailing. I don't remember if it was the same, but I do remember the crazy one that everyone's like, we have to get a new roof, we have to get a new car,
that one,
we have to get it all replaced.
Yeah, it like destroyed my car. Destroyed is a strong word. It fucked up my windshield and like one of my lights and left a bunch of dents, and then also took out my like bedroom window. we had to get a totally new one. And it fucked up some houses. It fucked up the mall, Mills Mall. Yeah. Like, it was closed down for a while. And I remember maybe Stefan posted a video of like the water rushing in when it happened. And I was like,
I just remember that one older lady that was like a aide at Golden High School that would walk around the lunchroom. She had like brown hair. Sid? Was her name Sid? Barb? I don't know.
I don't remember.
Big Barb and Star energy from her. But I remember her walking around. She's like, where you kids gonna hang out now that the mall's destroyed? What else do you do? I don't know. And I was like, I never go to the Colorado
Target. Yeah. That's my, you know what? Let's talk about it.
Colorado Mills? Yeah.
The mall.
So true.
I think it's maybe something we missed. I used to think it was because of our generation. Like, I used to think, like, because I know it was big in the 80s. Meg and John chime in. Even though
Did you drink water at the mall?
Water at the mall? No, but, like, I just watched Bill and Ted, the movie. Okay. And, like, they hang out at the mall. Like, that's just where they, like, vibe. And I always was like, oh, well, times are different. That's why we don't do it. But then I was talking to Lily and Maddie, my roommates, and they were like, oh, yeah, we hung out at the mall. And I was like, we really didn't. Yeah. And maybe it was just because the Mills sucked. But I feel like you went to the Mills for a specific reason. Like, you either went to the movies, to the Regal that's over there, or like Johnny Rockets that's no longer there, or Target. Or you went in there for a very specific reason. Like, there's an H&M, I think. It's like a Dick's Sporting Goods or something. Like, you would go there for a particular reason. You would never just, like, be dropped off at the mall and like, we'll see you later, you know?
I feel like the only time that I like walked around the mall with people is when like we either had to kill time or we just didn't know legitimately what else to do.
Yeah.
But never went in there much. It always smelled like weird burnt popcorn. Like, the smell in it made my nose hurt. Like, it was like weird air quality in the mall. I remember going to the Lego store as a child a lot in the mall. Oh,
yeah. Is there a Lego store still?
I think, well, I haven't been in the mall in like years, but
there's a Build-A-Bear, I think, in there, right?
I don't know. And then
that sounds wrong, actually. I think I'm mixing malls in my brain.
But yeah, I only remember going there for like that, Target, the movies now and then, but like we didn't even do that very much. And
I went to the movies a lot. Yeah. I went to that movie theater a lot. I liked that movie.
I think there was like a Verizon there. Oh, but it's not in the mall. It's like across the parking lot. But that's like where I would go get like a phone when the plan was up. Classic. You know. Anyway.
There was a phone repair guy, like a screen repair guy that I went to once. Did the job. There was also a Nike. There used to be a Nike store. I don't think it's. It might be there. I don't know. But yeah, it was a sucky mall. It's not great. It's also just like, that's not where we hung out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe kids did. We weren't hanging out there. But I know that was like a big place to chill in like the 80s.
There's this video I've seen on TikTok that I really like the aesthetic of. It's like this woman in the 80s standing in front of a green screen. She's like, is the mall in the end of civilization as we know it, or just the beginning? Let's find out. And then she's interviewing people. And she's like, what do you think about the mall? And they're like, I think it's fabulous. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Anyway, similar. I like videos from like the 80s and 90s where people are just discovering things that are like so common now. Like there's one where someone's like, hey, Richie, to a girl. I don't know. The girl's name is Richie because I'm telling the story. They're like, hey, Richie, I'm going to send you an email. She goes, email? I heard that's pretty neat.
I saw this one video kind of on the similar vein, but like opposite, where when they were talking about like banning drinking and driving, there's this video of them like the news like interviewing people in their cars being like, what do you think about this new proposition? And it like they like put the microphone to them and people are like, I think that is fucked up that this country won't let me drink a beer after I go to work and get behind the wheel. Oh my God. Everybody they interviewed is like, it should be my constitutional right. Like, I want to calm down with a nice cold one, but they're not letting me. And I'm giving them an accent because that's what it was in the video, but this is not me trying to say anything. That's like I think it was just like they took this video somewhere in the South, but like it's just shocking. It's shocking because it's like average people being like, this is crazy. Like, please let me drink a beer in my car. And like, it's just like, it's nuts how fast things change. You know what I mean? Like, because now obviously that's, first of all, super illegal, but just like immoral. Like, you know that's gonna like kill someone. You know what I mean? So absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts.
I don't even want a cold one while I'm driving.
No, it sounds fucking horrible. Like, if I want to drink a beer, I want to be either on a beach, stationary, or in Europe. I don't know.
Sometimes I think about that language arts teacher we had in 8th grade that was always like, my husband threw out his back and he likes to drink beer all night, and it's so fucking funny watching him crawl around because he's injured. And I was like, that's a good marriage you have going on.
Classic experience that we've all had.
Yeah.
Wow.
8th grade was weird now that I think about it.
Most
of middle school was weird.
Middle school,
but
high
specifically
school
8th
weird.
grade more than 7th grade.
Life
I
is
feel like
weird.
out of that part of my life, 8th grade was the weirdest time. Senior year, honestly, for me was weird too.
Yeah, every year is weird. I think.
Every year was kind
every
of
year
weird.
that I look back on, I'm like,
that
why?
was weird.
Freshman year was weird for me in college. Like,
well, yeah, you were all around.
I was all around. I was all around the town, baby. No, yeah, it's just weird. Things are weird. I feel like I'm gonna look back and be like, oh, it was weird. Now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just perpetually. I'm gonna be on my deathbed. I'm gonna be like, I lived such a weird fucking life.
I'm gonna be like, not like the old days when we just hang around the malls.
Yeah, I wish I spent more time in the mall.
One regret. I wasn't hanging in the mall.
Get closer. Get closer. Get closer. I wish I hung out in the mall more.
Grandma.
Yeah.
I like all the memes people made in like the pandemic that was like, it was like us when we're old and it's like, bring me my Nintendo to play Animal Crossing. Okay, Grandma.
Or like, what? Somebody like, when Kim Petras came out with Slut Pop?
Yeah.
Like, back in my day, I used to listen to the Slut Pop. Like, nurse, she's out again. That's how I feel.
My coconut.
Me and your grandpa used to dance to this song.
Oh, God.
And that's
my coconuts in its mouth. No.
It's a great album.
Yeah.
15 minutes long. You can listen to it in one sitting.
Yeah.
It gets me amped. I won't lie. It gets
Didn't
me
she
amped.
just release a full-length album?
I think so.
I haven't heard it yet.
She was on the cover of some magazine recently.
I got
Sports Illustrated. She was part of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit
the person
issue.
that lived here before me has not canceled their subscription to Out magazine.
Yay.
It's still coming here. So I've
Happy
received
Pride.
at least 2 of their magazines. And one had Kim Petras on the cover. The other one had Billy Porter. And I was like,
Porter.
I met him. Yeah.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride. And happy Pride to the guy who used to live here. Or a girl.
I think it's the guy.
Guy.
On the mail, it's like Brandon or something. I don't remember.
Could be one's name. Fuck you.
What?
Huh?
Oh.
Anyways.
And happy Pride to the guy that was on the street, and he was like, Jesus wants you to have children. 2 men can't.
I was like, oh my God, like, why here? He had like a fucking speaker and he was connected and he was just like, and we were like, can you please just walk? Hopefully it comes out. It probably won't.
I like how he also goes, this is a wicked parade. This is a wicked, wicked parade. It's like,
he's outside of a fucking McDonald's and he's just like, oh, God wants you to get married to a woman. And I was like, oh, okay. Can we not do this right now? Like, fuck off. Come on, man. And he's trying to get a reaction because you could see there was that guy next to him filming, like holding his phone, waiting for somebody to say something. So but obviously the best thing is to just be silent in that situation because he's looking to get a rise out of you, you know? Yeah. I was like, oh, come on. Like, shut up.
Yeah.
So annoying.
It's like when my friend Claire visited the first time, we walked up to Central Park. It's when I saw Lorne Michaels on his phone. But we walked past Trump Tower, and it was right when Trump was like getting arrested the first time, and there was like a group of literally 3 people in like the full makeup with the buffalo hat thing on out there with their signs up, and they were like, "This is not Constitution." I don't know. They were very mad, but I thought it was funny that it was like 3 people, and I think they probably thought there was gonna be a lot more.
He's a fucking idiot. Trump is dumb. He got like, I think he's 71 counts and counting or something, like 71 felony
just
charges or something. That's crazy. I remember I was here when the photo of his bathroom with all of the like boxes came out, and I was just like, this is crazy. This is nuts. Yeah. But yeah, fuck Donald Trump. I hate that guy. Yeah. But you know who I love?
Who?
Kim Petras.
Shout out.
She slays. But enough negativity. Enough negativity.
Put like a timestamp in the comments that's like, to skip the negativity, go to
skip us talking about
apparently 780 meters in 4:4 at 120 beats per minute, but that's not how you measure video length on YouTube.
If you want to listen to us talk about people dying in a submarine, skip to this part. Do we have anything positive to say?
Well, I think talking about Kim Petras was
yeah, that was very positive. No, I feel very positive.
Grandpa,
Grandpa, please.
How's New York treating you in general?
It's good. I really like it. I think I'm having a great time. The thing is, sometimes I've been out of my home for long periods of time, a few times, just
as
for
in the
various
out of the
reasons.
Dorm here for
no, like so, like I went when I went to Paris, and like non-permanent places for like long periods of time. And then last year when I studied in Ireland, and like that was a really long period of time. Same period of time, a month. When they talk to you about Irish depression, of like it's always raining and cloudy, and like it will destroy you from the inside out, believe them. It's true. Because it would be like one of those things where Ireland's one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. Like, and like we recently found out that my family is like Irish. Like my dad found out that's his like roots or whatever. So like that was very fresh, and like just I was so just like out of my mind, like isolated, because the way our dorm was set up was that we had our own room with our own bathroom, and that's good in a lot of ways. I really liked that, but also that meant you could go days without talking to anybody. And our college where we were like living and studying was like super far away from the actual city center. So it was like, and it was hard to get out into the city. So it was very like you're in a residential area and you're like, oh my God, this is like driving me crazy. I remember very vividly like going on a field trip and like walking up on top of like, it was like an archaeological site. And we could like walk on top of it and like look out over the hills and stuff. And I burst into tears because I was like, this is it. Like, I understand the meaning of life. Like, Ireland is beautiful. I like freaked out. And then when I was like, okay, I'm going to do this program in New York for a month, I kind of was like, oh no, is this going to happen again? And it hasn't. I'm having like genuinely a great time. And I've not felt homesick like once, which is, I don't know, maybe a sign that I should just like move here eventually, but I need a job first. So no, I've had a great time. I really like the people in my program. I just think it's been really cool. I like New York because I feel like I can just like do things. Like there's so much to do all the time. Not good for my wallet, but fun for me.
So true.
And I'm like, well, I'm only here for a month. Like if I wasn't, like if I was living here, maybe I'd like slow my roll a little bit, but I have such a limited amount of time here that I'm like, I might as well just like do things that I can't do anywhere else. And like, you know,
do you want to give a shout out to the rooftop bar?
Shout out to the rooftop bar. We went to a rooftop bar.
It's called like Rowdy Rooftop. No, that's not what it's called. I don't remember the name.
It's
but it was
near
very fun.
Union Square.
It is.
It's like a few blocks away. Oh my God, so fun.
Mm-hmm.
The drink was fine.
Mm-hmm.
I would have liked a regular
Blueberry
margarita. Yeah, would have liked a regular marg, but I was afraid to ask.
The place next to me here has margaritas. They're very nice.
Stop. I love a margarita.
They're still not like blended, but they're hard to find blended margaritas in this city. Honestly.
That's fair.
But I guess if you're trying to make a lot, it's probably hard to keep blending. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then like I also like we went to a Korean barbecue restaurant that night and it was really good. Yeah. It was delicious.
I really liked the stuff we got more of.
Yeah.
That was good.
The
chicken was a little tedious.
Yeah, I didn't like the chicken.
Yeah.
Making chicken yourself is always a questionable hassle. Yeah. So maybe we'll go again and just get that.
We get just that and then go to the rooftop bar again after. Delightful.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. But no, that rooftop bar was fun. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Manhattan. I mean, my dorm is in Manhattan, and that's a very different experience than like anywhere else. You know what I mean? Like a lot of tourists, but also like a lot to do. Just genuinely a lot to do. It's nice. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I don't think I wouldn't be able to afford living there if I ever moved here. I'd probably have to move to like Brooklyn or something, but or even New Jersey. New Jersey's pretty. Not affordable, but like more affordable because Manhattan's just crazy. Oh my God. The slasher.
Subway slasher.
The subway slasher. He was caught at my subway station. Yeah. And there's that video that you sent of him coming out of our subway station. Some people are like filming him. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. Because we were told that like the school NYU was like, there's a slasher. Be careful. And we were like, okay, well, I still have to like get places, so I'm gonna go on the subway. But apparently, he was only slashing at night. But when they caught him, that was middle of the day.
Yeah.
So what's the truth?
I don't know.
Why was he always down there slashing?
Yeah, wasn't there better things to do?
Yeah, I didn't like that. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not getting slashed.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Me too. Never fun to get slashed.
It's never fun to get slashed.
No.
Anything else?
I just want to mention that The Simpsons predicted the submarine.
I saw that. They predict everything.
World events. But someone said it's because they've made over 700 episodes that at some point they're just going to get a lot of stuff right.
Every situation must happen eventually.
Well, let's do a quick little... How much time do you have still?
What time is it? It's 1:04, I think.
Okay, so we're good. But, so I was going to say, let's talk, since we reviewed our last brunch, let's review the Australian day. So
we went to brunch
It was a little bit tricky to get there because they were closing off all the roads for the parade. And I don't think the police guy wanted us to walk that way, but then he kind of just was like, oh, well.
Well, and I was also just like, there's just businesses on the street. Yeah. Like, I don't understand why you're preventing us to go there.
For cars, but like foot traffic isn't going to ruin any.
I was confused, but it was great. Yeah. What was it called? Hole in the Wall?
It's called Hole in the Wall. I think there's 4 of them total, and this one is the Flatiron one. It's by the Flatiron Building, off of Broadway in 24th Street.
Delicious,
and it's Australian cuisine. I had the chili eggs or something. I don't know. It's like avocado toast, but with eggs and spicy sauce. And
nice.
I think there's even some pesto on it. Yeah.
I had the brekkie roll. I don't think I knew what I was ordering. I think I assumed, well, it said all these things that I liked. And I was like, oh, look at that. It was like egg, bacon, spinach, French fries. And I was like, that sounds awesome. I just kind of assumed it would be like, you know, like a full English where they just kind of like place things on a plate and then you like, you know, I thought it was like that. I thought it was just like, okay, egg, bacon, veggies, French fries for some reason, but I didn't question it. Looking back, it's called the brekkie roll. And I could have used my brain a little bit more. But yeah, it was like kind of like it was like on a hamburger patty almost. It was fine. It was fine. The French fries were good. I liked it. It was fine. But then the waffles were really good. Yeah. We had a side order of waffles and those were fucking awesome. I had a coffee.
the Nutella latte.
Oh,
a bit indulgent, but it is good.
It is good.
I only got one.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to waste all my calories.
Don't want to overdo it. I just got a regular iced coffee. Okay, iced coffee with me. Let's talk about it, actually.
Iced coffee.
So hit or miss.
Mm-hmm.
Iced coffee is either like really good or like, oh God.
Mm-hmm.
At least in my brain.
No, I agree.
You know what I mean? And so I just keep getting it every time. And I take that gamble every time. And I shouldn't. I really shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
I shouldn't.
Start getting an iced latte.
I do get a latte sometimes.
That's my, if I don't know what to get at a coffee shop, I will get an iced latte. That is my go-to drink. If they have flavoring, even better.
A lot of people love a vanilla latte, yeah. Some hoes love a vanilla latte. My thing, I don't like sugar in my coffee. I don't like that. I don't like the syrups. It just, it's not for me. I respect it, not for me. But, contradicting myself, the only thing I'll get at Starbucks is the shaken espresso, like brown sugar shaken espresso, which is sugary. It's just so good. It's so good. And I can't help it. I can't help it.
I have 2 Starbucks orders depending on my mood. So one is more like I'm having a fun day, so I'm gonna get a fun drink, and then I'll get an iced white mocha, but I'll get it without whipped cream because like that's extra, and I'll get an extra shot of espresso in it because then you still like get the coffee flavor. It's not as like
crazy as
white mocha-y. And then if I'm just having a tame night, a tame day at Starbucks, I'll probably do there's someone in the window over there. Hi. To my neighbor. Happy Pride. Anyway, but if I'm laughing at I'm being seen as a podcaster. Anyway, but if I have a tame Starbucks day, I'll get a iced coffee with a few pumps of caramel in it and a splash of creamer or whatever.
Hell yeah.
And then the other day, the day we got dinner, I had creamer here, but I was like, I'm out of coffee. I don't feel like going to the store. So I just ordered black iced coffee from Starbucks. And that is extra, I acknowledge. And then I took a sip of it, just black iced coffee, and it didn't repulse me. And I'm like, is this going to be a thing now? Am I moving out of my I need a sweet treat phase?
I'm always in my, I do anything and I'm like, I deserve a sweet treat.
That's me too.
I will say I also sometimes the peach green tea lemonade is phenomenal and it's delicious. And if I'm going to Starbucks just for a fun drink, not for like caffeine reasons, like I'll get that bacon Gouda Sammy. Delicious.
Love those.
I'm trying to,
I will say, if I'm having a fun day, I will also probably get a lemon loaf.
Oh my God.
Are you a lemon loaf person?
I've had it before. It's fine. Yeah, I respect it. You seem like a lemon loaf guy.
I'm a lemon loaf guy.
Yeah. I just love Happy Pride. I love savory. I don't like sweet. I very much. That. I do love a sweet treat, but I like savory.
I feel like I'm becoming less of a sweet person as I age. Now I'm more of a savory guy, but I still will fuck up a bag of peanut M&Ms. That's my
I love
personal
peanut M&Ms. Yeah, those are my favorite candies.
But in a good way. I don't know.
I will say, based on the like, oh my gosh, sugary things at Starbucks. Lily, my roommate, says that she really likes the First of all, I love the app, the ordering ahead app thing. Yeah. Oh, very convenient. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But normally I'm like, this is great. Because I can like do what I need to do, get in there, get out. Because Starbucks takes a while, and that's okay. They have a lot of orders, and I respect that.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're strapped for time.
So true.
And Lily was like, yeah, I love their iced vanilla lattes, but they put one too many pumps of vanilla in it. And she said, I'd never asked for it in person, but I like that on the app. I can customize it so I can only get like 3 pumps instead of 4 because it's the perfect amount allegedly for her. So and I was like, fair enough.
Is her reasoning for not asking for it in person just...
She doesn't want to like bother them. She's embarrassed to do it.
I'm relatable.
Like that's fair. That. I hate doing that. Like I'm very much a person that like if I order something, I'm getting it as it comes. Yeah. I'm not picky as a person. And I also just like, sometimes when I like order something and it comes back wrong, 10 times out of 10, I will just eat it. Yeah. I'll just deal with it because I'm not allergic to anything. I also don't have a crazy aversion to anything. So like, I've never like gotten something wrong and been like, I have to go back and like change it. Yeah. I'm always just like, I guess this is what I'm putting in my body. You know what I mean? As well, yeah. So it just makes life easier. It's also just like, I don't want to hassle anybody.
There's one time that backfired on me a little bit. Is that really? At the Dumpling Palace
in Boston.
One time I ordered, it was either just plain vegetable fried rice or maybe I got it with chicken, but I think I just wanted vegetable fried rice. And they brought me their seafood fried rice. That was like fish, calamari. It was like quite a few seafoods mixed together. And I'm not like a huge seafood person. I like salmon sometimes.
Love salmon.
I'll eat shrimp sometimes.
Yeah. I don't love shrimp.
I don't love it either. But
yeah,
like,
I'm not like, yeah.
If it's given to me, I'm like, yeah. John makes a good shrimp dish. I like that shrimp dish. Anyway. But yeah, they were like, here's your seafood fried rice. And I was like, oh.
Oh, thank you.
And then I ate around the seafood.
Let's talk about seafood actually, briefly, because I live in Louisiana. There's a lot of seafood. Tying it back to the submarine.
The ocean episode.
Full circle, yeah.
Ocean edition. No, and the mall episode.
And the mall. Like, seafood kind of freaks me out. I'm not that picky. Like, I'll eat most things. But recently I've been like, I really don't want to eat shrimp. I just don't want to eat it. Like, I don't know what it is. The one thing I think I will not eat is like, I hate the texture of like octopus or like squid. It's just not for me. Yeah. You know what I mean? I love salmon.
That's like the other night, Claire and I went to the Italian restaurant nearby and I got lasagna and she got squid ink linguine with calamari on it.
Whoa.
And I was like, not a calamari guy. And she's like,
I'm
you can try it if you want. And I was like, not a calamari guy.
Not a calamari guy. Manuel is a calamari guy. Heavy calamari guy. And I'm just not. And I think that's okay.
Yeah.
I like
to each their
grilled
own.
Oysters.
Okay.
I'll eat a raw oyster, but it's not something I like crave. If somebody orders it for the table, I'll eat one. But grilled oysters are delicious.
One time in Boston with Meg and John, we got like to share scallops.
Ooh, I don't know how I feel about scallops.
I didn't care for that texture.
Yeah,
let me tell you.
That's the thing.
There's
I don't like the texture. Yeah,
for me that I don't really mind the flavor, but the texture ruins it. That's how I feel about tomatoes.
Oh yeah.
I am not a tomato guy purely because I don't like that it's like crunchy but also squishy at the same time, and the flavor is not good enough to get past that for me.
I hate the big tomatoes. I don't like slices of tomatoes, blah blah blah. I like the like tiny like cherry tomatoes. Like sometimes you cut them in half, you throw them in a salad. I'm like, great, I'll eat that. Love. But yeah, I'm not like a tomato on a sandwich person, just because I feel like it doesn't add anything for me.
I don't mind it on stuff if it's not like a prominent part of it. Yeah. If I can like barely even taste it.
Yeah.
You know? The other day I got a turkey BLT. That was fine. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Sorry to those on the submarine.
Huh? Oh. Yeah. So true.
And sorry to those who were in the hailstorm. That's scary. I would not want to be in a hailstorm.
I just want to acknowledge that Red Rocks, or people were like wanted to like either sue Red Rocks or they like got mad at them for the hailstorm. But Red Rocks like put out a thing. They're like for the people there, they're like, there's thunder and hail coming. Go get in your cars. And people just didn't. They're like, it's fine. And then
also, what would they do?
I don't know. And then, Red Rocks, I guess, released a statement that said, we're sorry about everyone being upset. We have contacted Mother Nature and we'll let you know what she said. Or like they said something petty back to the people.
Yeah. No, well, that's my thing is I'm just kind of like, first of all, what do you want them to do?
Yeah.
Second of all, I think if you're going to any venue, but specifically an outdoor venue, there's just some inherent risk to it. You know what I mean? Like things might happen. Like, and as if they truly did put out a thing that was like, there's something coming, go to your cars. Yeah. I personally would have listened. I would have left. Me too. So it's fucked up that people were mad because they didn't leave. So I don't know. Sucks, but say love you. Well,
say love you. Well,
Wow, your hands are really warm.
That's because I'm Chris. What?
You're Chris?
For some reason, my head went to say, I'm Christopher Columbus, baby. That makes 0 sense. I don't think Christopher Columbus was warm. Yeah.
Well, thanks for brunching along with us.
I hope you enjoyed your mimosa if you poured one.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed your Sunday. I don't know if I'll release this on Sunday. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see whenever. And then our next episode will be probably in December.
Yeah.
Sorry for coughing the whole time.
See you